Okay, so you're contemplating doing a Roth conversion, but you're wondering if you're too old. In today's video, we'll talk about all the factors that go into determining whether you still have time to do a Roth conversion. For starters, why would someone want to do a Roth conversion? Well, it really all comes down to this. If you have money in an IRA or 401k, do you think your tax bracket is likely to be higher now or in the future when you're planning on withdrawing the money to pay for your lifestyle needs in retirement? That's really the primary consideration. Now, traditional thinking about Roth conversion says that you're almost certainly to be in a lower tax bracket in retirement than you are today. But due to the fiscal trajectory of our country, that belief is falling more and more out of favor. You see, the U.S. government has managed to accumulate over $35 trillion of debt, which will grow to $53 trillion by 2034. But it doesn't stop there. They have another $200 trillion in unfunded obligations for Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And for that reason, a lot of experts are predicting that tax rates are likely to rise dramatically in the next 8 to 10 years. In fact, a recent Penn Wharton study said that by 2043, no combination of raising taxes or cutting spending will arrest the financial collapse of our nation. So all this means that we are very quickly approaching a point in time when the federal government will have to dramatically raise taxes to stave off financial cataclysm. So are you likely to be in a lower tax bracket in retirement? The prospect of that is looking bleaker by the day. So all of this ties very neatly into the question of, are you too old to do a Roth conversion? You see, if you're planning on drawing money out of your IRA between 2030 and 2040, there's a very real possibility that your tax bracket will be higher than it is today. So the real question is not, are you too old to do a Roth conversion? The real question should be, are you likely to live past 2030? Because if you are, there's a very high likelihood that your tax bracket will be higher than it is today. The next factor that goes into the Roth conversion calculus is the difference in life expectancy between you and your spouse. You see, even if you don't think the federal government is likely to raise taxes in the next 10 years or so, if you or your spouse were to die, the surviving spouse experiences an immediate doubling of tax brackets. This is what is known as tax bracket compression. That's what happens when you go from married filing jointly to single filer from one year to the next. The income thresholds between brackets basically get cut in half. If you're currently in the 12% bracket, you'll jump all the way up to the 22% tax bracket. If you're currently in the 22, you would bump all the way up to the 32. So not only will you lose a spouse, but the IRS in some cases will effectively double your tax rate. And as I said, this is an especially acute issue if there's a wide disparity in the life expectancy between you and your spouse. And finally, if you're not planning on spending all your money in retirement, you should really think about the tax implications of inheriting an IRA or 401k for your children. As recently as 5 years ago, your children could inherit your IRA and stretch the tax obligations out over their lifetimes. This was called a stretch IRA. Well, those days are long gone. With the passage of the Secure Act in 2019, that stretch IRA option was eliminated. Your children will now have 10 years to liquidate any inherited IRAs. And they'll have to realize that income on top of their current income at their highest marginal tax bracket at a period in time when tax rates are likely to be dramatically higher than they are today, at a moment in their lives when they can least afford to pay those taxes. If you do a Roth conversion, you'll pay taxes at your historically low tax rates today, and your children will inherit those dollars 100% tax-free. They'll still have to withdraw all that money within 10 years, but they won't have to pay taxes on it when doing so. In short, the answer to the question, am I too old to do a Roth conversion, is almost always no. Due to the prospect of rising taxes as a result of our country's mounting fiscal obligations, the tax consequences of losing a spouse, and the massive tax implications for your children should they inherit your IRA or 401k, it's never too late to experience the benefits of a Roth conversion. Folks, my upcoming book, The Guru Gap, How America's Financial Gurus Are Leading You Astray and How to Get Back on Track, is now available for pre-order on Amazon. Take the opportunity to order your copy today. By the way, in the next 10 years, I'm looking to put 1 million Americans on the road to the 0% tax bracket. If you would like some help implementing a balanced, comprehensive approach to tax-free retirement that shields you from the impact of higher taxes down the road, head on over to davemcknight.com and click on the Connect with an Advisor button. I'm happy to refer you to an advisor in the Power Zero Network that's been trained, vetted, and qualified personally by me. If you're a financial professional and want to learn how to become a certified Power Zero advisor, head over to powerzero.com and opt into my free video series. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.